Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Laurent Boukobza. Today I'm going to present the Fugue of Opus 110, the 31st Piano Sonata, which is the continuation of the third movement. So if you have not watched yet the third movement, you can click on the link right there. And of course, do not forget right there, to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to share my work all around you. As I said in the first movement, once again, you can click on that link up there and it will send you to the video, then you can come back. We have it. So it was kind of an announcement of what was going to happen in the Fugue. And the Fugue is fourth, and it plays on a sixth, the same way that it cannot be a coincidence. And at that point, we know that Beethoven constructs this entire sonata as one long movement. But wait until the end of this video, and I'll show you that it goes even one step beyond this. So the Fugue, we heard it, and then there's a response which should be the dominant. Beethoven really follows the rule of a fugue, but he's going to create a fugue, which is a piece of music within a movement. And he has never done that. If you don't know what a fugue is, check again on the Fugue of the Opus 106. Here, Beethoven includes the fugue because soon we're going to have a surprise after that fugue, and I'll explain in a second. So the third voice comes in. And here we have offbeats all the time. So I'm going to show you the offbeats now with the left hand. And it starts at measure 35 and 6. So the lower voice has... So we have these offbeats, and then the middle voice... The interest of these offbeats is that it gives energy and exchange between the voices. So... After these three voices are presented, we go to a happy moment. So I showed you para, para, para. It's always on 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. It's a 6/8, so it has 2 beats per measure. Within each beat we have a division of 3. So we don't often have 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 because that would make it heavy. So to give energy, we have all these 2, 3, 2, 3. But that's going to change to 1, 2, 1, 2. We have all these play with rhythms. We arrive at a personal moment that I love. It's this huge contrast. I'm at measure 68. He's asking you to play piano when it was forte, and then suddenly but I like this huge contrast. Besides, I don't know if you noticed when I played it, the subject move a step up every time. And that's what the left hand does in here. One step up. Which creates an enormous tension, and when the tension is at its max, and then measure 101. Big moment where the left hand has the subject. One more time. So you see that sudden piano. And I don't know if you hear it, but there's dissonances that are very strong in it. that, we're fine. So what's next? Definitely not what you're expecting. This. Piano. Yes, you recognize it, the beginning of the third movement. Except here it says perdendo le forze dolente. That means losing your strength and very painful. There are all these two notes there. And these rests in between. And I like this section. My left hand is announcing the F sharp of the melody, which creates a dissonance. And then chromaticism. These two notes there. He's exhausted. The pain is so strong. And also, the first time when we have this thing, listen to it, it goes to crescendo, go to piano subito. It's not the case in here. Here's a crescendo that goes to piano. He's too tired to create this enormous dynamics. And then a beautiful progression, but listen to the right hand. It's like, no I can't, no I can't. No strength. He asks for crescendo. I'm going to start from 128. 128 has all this chromaticism that creates enormous tension. So I have two notes. One does, and then. It's a two-line counterpoint. So now I'm going to play it for you. So we're in G minor, and from G minor we're going to go to G major, and we hold the pedal. And that chord is going to be repeated 5 times, every time a little louder. And now it's going to complete the chord. I'm at measure 134 with the full chord. So if you followed the Opus 106 explanation of the fugue, you would recognize that. It's the same in a mirror, so what goes up goes down, so that's called an inversion. So we have an inversion of the fugue. To which is going to follow the rules, so enter on the fifth, and then so that's why here I pause a little bit, because these motions are going to be repeated at the left hand. Interesting in here, in 152, look what happened. Yes, that's the subject, but in diminution. You see, I explained the 106, we could have diminution because we're going too fast. Here we have the subject in diminution. It goes 3 times as fast instead of. And we have now a lot of rhythmical complexity. So I'm going to go slow to show you how complicated it is. Replaced, and now we have an augmentation. On top. Now listen to this. So in so little time, we went to so many keys. We're in a C minor, F minor, so G minor through the dominant, G minor, G major, E flat major, A flat major. I'm at measure 168 now. Is asking, do you recognize what that is? This is a double diminution. Instead of so he's using just the ending and he's doubling diminution because right now in 16th note. Because he's going too fast, he's asking you to go actually a little slower. At 171 with the beat, we're going to have the subject. So very transformed. That's an augmented 4. And that's called a tritone. We'll go back to the tempo primo when we have the. And here, beautiful subject we don't always hear. The subject is going to be presented one last time, not really, but I'm going to show you slow because there's so many subtleties at the left hand, I want you to hear them. So, here it is. All these half steps that appears absolutely everywhere. So we think this is a cadence, but if you listen carefully, we have. He does one step higher. He doesn't want to end there. One more. And what better to create more tension than the sevenths diminished? Of course, nothing. And now comes the revelation of this entire sonata that I promised at the beginning of this video. It ends like this. So we had the subject of the that we know was made from the theme, but these arpeggios, yes, they also come from the first movement. So in fact, Beethoven using this last line as an arpeggio is creating probably the first conception as an arch of the sonata. What we have at the beginning is recapped at the end, and the whole thing is one large piece. And now let's listen to this fugue and the beautiful ending of this Sonata Opus 110 by Beethoven without interruption. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and my interpretation and that you learned a lot from the sonata. Please do not forget to subscribe. It's right there. Click on this red button. Or you can become a member. That's a little bit different. Watch the video I made about how to become a member when you can receive a masterclass once a month for 2 hours. You can play your pieces and I can teach you directly. I can help you. You can ask me all the questions about piano and I'll be happy to respond. You can also follow me on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Instagram. Or of course on my website that shows just below at laurentboukobza.net. I'll see you all next week for the first movement of the last Beethoven Sonata, Opus 111, number 32. Thank you very much. Bye now.